Hey guys, I'm Jay Randall, and welcome back to my channel, where I discuss wisdom for the modern man. Today guys, I got another video to react to. This one is brought to us by the YouTuber Anton Daniels. Now, I've seen a lot of his videos and clips all over the internet, and he typically covers the topic of, dating relationships, and he coming from a very conservative Christian perspective. And a lot of times he's speaking on the black community, but a lot of his talking points still apply to the majority of people out here. And I love his takes on things. And right on this particular video, he's on a panel with a bunch of other speakers, but I love his takes. So without further ado, let's get right into the video.
Take that home with you.
Do some deep reflection.
Hey Anton, I believe the girls who are taking the responsibility, right? Accountability, or the woman who say, "Nigga, I'm gonna do this with or without you." Because you got those women be like, "I ain't doing nothing unless you do this. I'm gonna put you on child support. I'm gonna sit there." Some women ain't even waiting for that shit because they know they got to do it regardless.
Exactly.
So those are the people that's taking responsibility of the shit that they supposed to be taking responsibility of. Like, this my son. I'm you know what I mean?
Too many women clapping. Anton's about to say he's wrong.
No, because most of the guys that I know that got full custody of their children, they don't. No.
All two of them niggas.
It's probably one or two of them.
Most of the guys that I know that have full custody of their children, they do not put the woman on child support. They don't do that.
And he shouldn't.
No, you know why they don't do that? Because they still leave the door open for her to participate in the child's life. That's why they do it.
And women don't do that. You're right.
They do
that
for men too.
No. Listen, forget.
How many men do you know that are single fathers?
Forget this, because I know y'all gonna keep blaming men. Men love harder than women. They honest. No. It's the reason why if they catch a woman cheating, then it breaks them. They love way harder than women. Most of these guys that y'all walk away from, if it was an option for y'all to come back, they would leave the door open for y'all to come back. That's the honest to God truth. A lot of y'all choose to walk away because you want something different than what you already got. That's the facts. Listen. He deal with y'all when y'all have y'all made up postpartum.
Made up postpartum?
Gosh.
Talk that shit, Anton.
Made up postpartum.
Talk that shit,
Had a baby.
damn.
Now you're dealing with me.
Fucking wow.
Hold on.
Now you know what?
Made up
That's wild.
postpartum.
That's wild.
Take that shit to
I had your kid, and now you feel like you're doing me a favor dealing with me. What the fuck type shit is that?
I extended your lineage, and you did me a favor.
I put my life on the line to have your
I didn't
child.
make this decision.
Bro, I hate, you know what I hate, bro? I hate when women, they think when they have your kid, they're doing you a favor. Bro, I hate that so much. Bro, you wanted the kids too. Not a lot of the times, the women want the kids more than the guy does. The women are the one who get baby crazy at a certain age and want to have a family. But after they have the kids now, they act like they did you a favor. Like you weren't the one who was going crazy, looking at every baby that you saw on the street, you passed by at the mall. You're just, oh my God, oh, I can't wait to have one. Oh my God. They do that all the time. And then when they get pregnant now, they want to act like they did us a favor. Bro, miss me with that, bro. Miss me with that. Now that the postpartum thing that he mentioned on, I can't really speak on that too much because I don't speak on things I don't really understand or know. So, and it is a thing that women, after they have a baby, the chemicals in their body, it changes drastically. And a lot of times they do get depressed from that. So that is definitely a thing. So I'm not going to deny that it's real. I can't really speak on it too much. But this whole thing, I only paused it because it pisses me off when women pretend like they do you a favor. You wanted kids too, right? I gave you kids. Should I say I did you a favor? Because you wanted kids, right? Your biological clock is ticking. You want to have kids. Just the same way you can say I gave you kids. Okay, you couldn't have kids without me. I gave you kids. We gave each other kids. It's equal. So don't act like you did me a favor because you have my kids, bro. Like, miss me with that.
And
y'all never take postpartum to work.
He said some straight
That
bullshit.
was wild. That was wild, bro. That's wild.
I know women that have postpartum every time they have a period.
Come on, I'm a
No,
bitch.
it's called hormones.
That's called PMDD.
No, that's called the devil trying to get up out of you.
No, it's called hormones.
Listen.
Yeah, facts.
So we gonna make everything biblical versus do all off science
Listen.
what we know.
Bro, y'all guys, every single day, put their lives on the line every day to make sure that y'all taken care of and
Facts.
provided for.
Tyrone not even paying the motherfucker.
They endure through all of the bullshit that y'all put them through. And the only thing that y'all can say is that I have to do what's best for me and my kid when you walking out the door.
Factual.
That is a selfish
Because if you breaking me
statement.
down, what am I saying? How are you helping me? How are you helping this child?
How come I
Bro, miss me with the bro. See, this is. I'm sorry, man. This annoys me, bro. Like, you don't think the man goes through BS from women? She's nagging him. She's annoying him. She's not giving him sex. But he stays there, continues to go to work, and continues to do his job. He never thinks to himself and just completely takes himself into account and is just like, well, it's all about me and I'm not happy, so nothing else matters. Men, we don't do that. Only women get the privilege of thinking in this selfish mindset where it's all about them. And if I'm not getting what I want, they don't care about if what he's going through or how he sees things or his experiences. They just care about themselves. And they'll throw the kid in there. It's me and the kid, as if they care about the outcome of the kid. They only say that so it could sound better when they say I'm leaving. I'm doing it for the sake of the kid. No, you're not. No, you're not. You just say that so you can get sympathy so it could sound like you're a good mother when you walk out the door. Because 9 times out of 10, even statistically proven, the kid is going to have a worse outcome than if he stayed in the house with the dad. The dads are the ones that are a great indicator on whether the kid is going to be successful or not. So, regardless of how much you say, oh, it's for me and the kid, it's BS, bro. You want to leave. You saw something better. You started watching those TikToks with all the girls telling you to be toxic and leave your household because you should value, your happiness over everything else. So, like, miss me with this me and the kid nonsense, bro. They love to use that as a cover. Bro, they left because you wanted to, because you prioritized your happiness over the family. Now, if the guy is being abusive in a physical way, that's a whole different thing. But miss me with that.
How is that selfish to
How
leave?
come I never hear from any guy that says I walked away because she was breaking me down? They endured through that
Thank you, bro.
They endured through that
I
shit.
know
Thank
men
you.
that leave.
So I'm
I
saying
know men that leave.
It sounds like women have better boundaries than men.
What? No.
It sounds like women.
No, they're just more self-absorbed and selfish than men. Men, we understand the word duty. We understand for better or for worse, in sickness and in health, till death do us part. That's what we understand better than you. What you understand is my feelings, my happiness, what I want matters overall. I come first. Do what's best for you, girl. That's what you understand. You don't even understand the vows that you took. And that's why a lot of guys aren't even messing with chicks anymore, trying to get married. Bro, because you deal with this, where they prioritize themselves. But I already did a video on that, but I'll link it at the end of this so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Did a whole video on why men don't want to get married anymore because women with this mindset of prioritizing their happiness over everything else. And I'll link it at the end. It actually did pretty well, but let's keep going.
You know what they telling y'all today? You know what they
This whole
telling?
thing is self-preservation.
You know what they telling y'all
when it comes to us
today?
women.
They telling y'all, give a fuck about them. Don't care. This is what they want. When you don't care and you lie to them, they love you more.
Facts.
When you
Facts.
real with them and you really trying to hold them down, they don't give a fuck about you.
Facts.
I'm telling you. All they telling you to do is to not give a fuck about them, because the dudes that slept with them and gave them the kids was the one that didn't give a fuck about them. The nice guy finished last 100 times out of 100.
But he still finishes.
Oh my God.
100 times out of...
Bro, look at her. Look at her cheering on her little sucker who's going to come in and play cleanup guy. But he still finishes. Yeah, and he gets the leftovers that Chad and Tyrone didn't want. Bro, he is so on point with this, bro. The men that care about him the least get the most attention, get the most sex. Bro, I remember this, bro. Every guy who eventually got good with girls, like goes through a similar experience to this, where you're the good guy. Every guy starts out just a nice guy, wholesome individual, want to do nothing but good for women and just have a nice girlfriend and treat her good and just have a beautiful, loving relationship. If women only knew how stereotypical, like, romance-driven men are when we first start out, it's so pure, so wholesome. And then we realize that version doesn't get attention. Like, we're confused. Like, don't girls realize and see, like, I would be a better fit? Like, I would be good? I'm a good dude. Like, why ain't I getting any, like, attention? You look around you. You become observant, and you see the men that they actually are giving attention to, the men that they're flirting with, the men that they're giving sex to. And homeboy look like a bum. Dude smokes weed and does drugs, and he might be a scammer, he might be a drug dealer, he might be a loser in school, and just, the kid that isn't, doing well in class and just acting up. He might be a hood nigga, he might be a player, and just is running circles around all the girls, but she's still chasing after him, and she knows that. And you think to yourself, like, well, man, I guess I got to do what he's doing, because that's what's working. And it's funny because the good girls will sit there and talk about, like, that's just the bad girls. Well, he's getting the good girls, he's getting the bad girls, he's getting all the girls. So you then say, okay, you know what? I got to do something different. I'm going to do what he's doing, because that's what seems to be working. And then you start getting results. Now that you're not calling her back anymore, now that you're not paying attention to her, all of a sudden she's paying attention to you. You used to think that if I talked to multiple girls and she noticed that I was talking to multiple girls, she would get turned off by that and think that I was just playing games and then cut me off because I wasn't taking her seriously. But no, that's not how she responded. Now that I'm talking to Susie, Sharon, Carol, and Tiffany, now she's all up on me and can't seem to, like, give me some space. She can't get enough of me. And you sit back and you're like, wow, it took me treating you as less of a priority, as having multiple girls, and just being less nice to you overall for you to actually give me the time of day. And initially, that experience makes you lose a lot of respect for women, because it's like, it took me treating you worse for you to like me. After a while, when you go through the red pill and you experience the red pill rage and all that, and you get on the other side of that, then you understand the psychology of why women are the way they are and their nature and their biology. But initially, it's just like, what's wrong with you? Why do I have to treat you this way for you to actually give me play? Like what? You didn't like the nice version, the guy who would have actually been there, who would have, when you're going through your problems, going through your struggles, support you, like that, not that dude. But now that I'm willing to dog you out and dog out 3 other chicks while I'm doing that, now I'm all you can think about, and you can't stop texting me, you can't stop calling me. Bro, and then guess what? That very guy is the one who knocks him up. And the one she's cheering for right now, oh, but he still finishes. That's the sucker they should have been looking for in the very beginning. But now she wants you, bro. Isn't it amazing how women only are able, apparently, to see these good guys after they made all the bad mistakes? Now all of a sudden the good men pop up on their radar. Bro, the very same good men that they want now, that they made all the mistakes and they have 3 kids by 3 different baby daddies, the same good men that they want now were there when they were messing with the F-boy. So why didn't you see him then? Why didn't you see him then? This is why. And then they get mad when we say, don't date single mothers. Why? Because we can clearly see the evidence of your poor decision making. Because guess what? The good guys that you want now, that you're cheering on, he was still right there, but you walked right past him. Don't do it.
At some point, y'all gonna have to understand that y'all are the ones that's causing the destruction of these families and this culture right now.
So it's not the men that's creating these families and walking.
Every day.
It's
the
not
men,
all
the men that
because we
create
don't
these
wanna
men
put
families
up
that
and
with
they
nigga
let
walking.
y'all choose for yourselves, y'all chose wrong 100 times
Every
out of
time.
100.
Thank
Per
you.
No, y'all did.
Per you.
Bruh. You know what? Nah, I'm not even going to pause. I'm going to let him cook because he's cooking right now.
For what? What do I got to look forward to?
Better for their family, better for their
Better
partner,
for their kids.
themselves.
Better is worse. Listen, the better I get, the more you don't want me. Y'all
Right.
want.
That's a
That
fact.
don't. That
And the
makes
reason why
absolutely
y'all
no
want
sense.
These, hello.
That-
And
he
listen,
just
the
spewing
reason why y'all
bullshit.
don't want these ain't shit niggas, because if you got a dude that's on something, you got to be on something. But you ain't shit. But you ain't shit.
Bro, that is so facts. That's facts. That's why they have to go to the hood niggas. That's why they go to the guys that are the players. Because guess what? If you're going to go for a guy that is, you know, strong, dominant, masculine, has something going for himself, has a good head on his shoulders, isn't a walkover. I'm not talking about a simp right here. I'm not talking about a nice guy who doesn't have boundaries. I'm talking about a well-rounded individual who does have boundaries, but is also a good man and is going somewhere in the future. You can't approach him just being a girl who doesn't have her stuff together. And I'm not talking financially and being a boss babe. I'm talking about a girl who knows her role, who knows how to support her man, who isn't toxic, who isn't out here trying to shake her butt at the club and put herself in situations that she shouldn't be in, talking to other guys, flirting with dudes, have a crazy Instagram. No. You're going to have to come as a well-rounded girl who has all these areas that a man would be looking for. Because guess what? He's going to check out your Instagram. He's going to check out the guys you hang out with. He's going to check out how you speak, check out how you dress. He's going to look at that. And if you're a woman who doesn't have all those things already in place, he's not going to deal with you because he knows the type of woman that you are. So they have to deal with the men that are really on their level. The men that are going to tolerate them going to the club. The men that are going to tolerate them talking a certain way and being loud, ratchet, obnoxious, and put up with that. The men that are going to tolerate them, you know, having a wild Instagram and posting certain things and thirst trapping. But then after they get the results of dealing with the guy that they chose that's on their level, they want to complain and act as though the guy did them wrong somehow. After he knocked them up, okay. They choose the guy that is, as they say, ain't shit. But then they get the results of that ain't shit guy that they chose, and they're upset. As though once he knocked them up, he was supposed to put on a suit and tie and get into finance and just, you know, stop smoking and be a upright guy and just do right by them and stop smashing the other chicks in the community. It's like, what were you expecting from him? You knew what you chose, and now that you got the outcome of what you chose, you're upset. You're switching up. He didn't switch up on you. He's being the same guy that you saw in the very beginning. He's just following through. Ain't shit guy that is gonna not be what the ideal in the beginning is gonna be the same guy that when you get knocked up isn't gonna be there for the kids, isn't gonna pay for child support, isn't gonna hang around, isn't gonna be a good dad. He's following through on the exact same guy he always was in the beginning. You are the one who's switching up, expecting him to move in a different direction. But women don't see that, man, because they never take accountability for the men that they choose.
Okay, all right, let me ask you a question, baby. Let me ask you a question. Why do women call the dude that is the good guy a lame?
Why do y'all be thinking
Yeah, y'all do.
Just
No, we
because
don't.
a nigga, you ain't got no mic, so you can't answer. I'm gonna answer for you. Just because a dude appears to be, you know, a decent human being, you're not cheating, you're not putting your hands on people and all that, that don't make you a good guy. You can still be a piece of shit. You can be
Mental
a quiet,
can be
you
fucked.
can be a quiet piece of
Mental
shit.
can be fucked.
No, that ass. We be like, oh, he's a nice guy. Why? Because he don't beat your ass.
What's
He's
a
still
good guy?
piece of shit-ass nigga.
What's a good guy?
He still break you into.
No.
What's the good guy?
Super,
This
that's
why
a
I
great
just paid
question.
the 40 and leave.
What's the good guy to a man? What's the good guy? No, I'm asking you, nigga.
I'm a
It's a
great
man
guy.
with all the
So
answers.
tell me, what makes you a great guy?
What makes me great is that I'm the personification of what I would want my daughter to marry.
Okay, explain it. Tell us what.
Bruh, first of all, they do call those the men, the lames are the one they're checking for now, that they're knocked up with 2+ kids, 30+ It's like, bro, now the lames, now they see him as the good guys that they want to lock down. But when they're young and attractive and have a bunch of options, they're corny and they're lame and they're boring. Bro, you know what? They deserve what they get. It's fine. I'm just going to let them keep going because hopefully he got some advice for them because they ain't hearing me.
But we asking for like qualifications.
Okay.
What are qualifications?
What's the qualifications you provide?
What do men have to meet? Like, what criteria do they have to meet to be considered a good man?
If you didn't have your daddy, you wouldn't know no way.
No, 2K. No. Let him answer.
Face.
Let him answer this question.
Yeah.
Let him answer.
He got go.
Let him answer.
Listen, half y'all that had good men, you didn't know he was a good man because you never had a man.
So, all right, I'm gonna answer this question in full.
Come on.
But it depends on what age you are. See, and this is why I don't talk. This is why I don't talk to women because they don't want the context. So, if you are 19, 20, 21, 22, you don't have to have money. You're supposed to be broke unless you're doing it the wrong way. So, the definition of a good guy is a guy that got good character and great work ethic. And he loved God. That's all he got to have at that young age.
At that young
Now,
age, yeah.
it's different for a guy that's 35,
That's
40, 45, 50.
For sure.
Okay? Because then he has to have the results, and you can look at his life and pretty much tell what type of guy he's going to be for you with the results that he's gotten and the people that he's affected in his life.
Yeah.
So the definition of a good guy is supposed to be a guy that aligns with where you would want your life to go. That's it. It's simple as that. Some people got different criteria depending on their spirituality. A good guy is a guy that believes in God and then he's focused. Some people got a different criteria depending on whether or not his finances that's aligned with where it is that they're trying to go and whether he can boost her up and then take her to a certain space, right? So the criteria and the context is going to change from person to person. But ultimately, I see women pick over and skip over the guy that they were supposed to. Most women have skipped over the guy that they were supposed to be
He was
with.
ugly.
And that, see? You see what I'm saying?
Thank you for being honest, though.
I'm supposed to be with somebody I'm not physically attracted to?
Thank you. I gotta settle. Like, I'm gonna put it like this. You have to
Y'all
settle.
for a guy
Yes.
with money and he ugly too.
That's
Yes,
I agree with that.
They do that all the time. They do that all the
He
time.
not lying. He not lying.
He's
But
not lying.
in that sense,
It's stupid.
I guess she
Women
feel like
morals
this.
change based off
If
the
he
nigga.
broke and can't provide and he ugly, why?
But you
Why?
putting all of the worst things together.
But they'll still
right?
sleep with them, though.
I'm talking about. You cannot tell me that you haven't run into guys in your lifetime. That was a good dude.
No, I
I
never
have.
said I haven't.
So why didn't you pick him?
Because
was
that
too
wasn't
short.
what I wanted. I don't have to settle.
Exactly. So if it
I don't have to
wasn't
settle.
who you wanted, then you have to take responsibility for who you chose.
Facts.
I'm not saying
He
you
presented
right about that
himself.
too. You're right about that.
Bro, that's facts, bro. Anton was spitting. At the end, that final point, bro, you didn't want him. He pointed that out very clearly. They did not want him. He said, okay, so you identified him as a good man, right? You've had men in your past that you identified as good men. Okay, yeah, I can agree to that. Okay, so why didn't you choose him? Oh, I didn't want him. Okay, then. Exactly. You didn't want him. You wanted Tyrone. You wanted Chad. Okay. You got the results of Tyrone and Chad, which is getting knocked up and left. So whose fault is that? You have to hold the L. You have to. There's no other way you can slice that up. If you know there's good men, you identified them as good men, you chose not to deal with them, you chose this other guy who you say ain't shit, and now you get the ain't shit results that you get from an ain't shit nigga, then guess what? That's on you. That's on you. But you see, this is why I personally don't give advice to women, because I'm not dealing with that, bro. See, men, I like giving advice to men because men do actually want to change. Men are capable of looking at themselves, seeing where they went wrong, and actually desiring to do something different. Women, they will fight you tooth and nail, regardless of all the results could be laid out in front of their life. Their life could be a testament to nothing but bad choices, and they will still argue with you and say, I did nothing wrong. It blows my mind. I can't do that. Antoine can go ahead and do that, and I love his work. You know, shout out to you. I hope he continues to grow, and actually help some of these chicks, but I only help out men. If the women get help as a byproduct of that, fantastic. I love it, but they're too hard-headed. They don't actually want to change. They want their reality to be reaffirmed. I'm not doing that, bro. Bro, I just recovered a video with a young man who was sitting in his car, and he was talking about all the things he did wrong. And he went in on himself, bro. I was a terrible person. I can't believe I treated her this way. I feel sick. He took full accountability, didn't try to shirk the blame or nothing. Something that grown women like this can't even do. Bro, that's why I can't give women advice. Only dudes, because men actually want to change and do better, and they're willing to take the first step in when it comes to changing, which is admitting that I'm doing something wrong, which is something women very much struggle with. But anyway, guys, that's the video. If you got value from it, please go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, guys, take it easy.